Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 17th to the 23rd of August 2020. The theme for this week is really breakthrough and coming home to self. So there will be some challenges, but very, very worthwhile paying attention and applying ourselves, because in this crazy year that is 2020, there's so much gold, there's so much treasure to be found. So the reason for this is that we have the Sun, Moon and Mercury all making an awkward angle to Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn retrograde. This is temporary, and in a month's time it will be a harmonic angle, so we can see that we have a very wonderful opportunity here over the coming month to really apply ourselves, to really go deep and find our true essence. So on Monday we have the Sun together with Mercury making a very good harmonic to Mars. This is spicy, hot, energizing, rejuvenating, and we can use this fire energy to burn away some of the dross, because that's what this is really about. We're carrying a heavy burden, psychological stories, thoughts, feelings, emotions, limitations, and none of that is really us. So to find our true essence, we have to know who we're not, and that's what Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn retrograde are going to be able to show us. Just because we've thought something many, many times, it does not make it true. So we're observing the narrative, and especially by the end of the week with the Sun and Mercury both moving into the perceptive sign of Virgo, we can take our conscious mind and have it work for us to examine our story and to question it. So really fiery, spicy and free energy coming in, giving us the bravery, the courage and the strength to turn our mind inward and to start to really delete some of those old stories that were never us, and are certainly no longer us, and as a result we then come home to self and find the simplicity, the purity, the truth of who we really are. By Tuesday I feel that live from the heart, not the head. We're approaching the Leo new moon at 3:42 on Wednesday morning. And Leo is creativity and sovereign power. In many of the great old texts, the world was sung into being. And I feel on Tuesday, can we learn how to dance our world into being? If we're in the heart, if we're in the present moment, if we're not allowing those stream of consciousness thoughts to rule and try to control our future, then we can really start to capture some of the energy of this new moon. So the new moon comes in at 3:42 on Wednesday morning at 26 degrees Leo for anyone that's following along. And this is really a breakthrough point in this nuttiest of years. So very much coming home to self, soul self. And the Sun, Moon and Mercury celebrate soul-centered living in Leo, while Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn take a retrospective in Capricorn, deconstructing limitations and the old structures. So we've got a chance here to break free from the programming and the conditioning of the psyche and take the walk from victim to hero as we reclaim our sovereign glory. We can find simplicity where once was complication. We can find a sense of isness where once was confusion. So beautiful new moon there at the end degrees of Leo, really lighting the spark deep within and helping to burn away more of that debris and density. By Thursday, Mercury moves into Virgo, so as I say, Mercury is our processing mind, and it will process on a subconscious level a stream of consciousness, and then we start to believe those thought forms and act upon them. And the mind will always either be in the past or the future, but if we really want to bring in a sense of peace and ease, then it's actually using the mind for what it's meant for. It's a sharp sword. So Virgo is super perceptive, and while we're in the month of Virgo, we can turn that sword inwards and examine and cut away some of the old thoughts and beliefs. So observe your thoughts. What are you saying to yourself on repeat? And then question it. Is this really me? Because this is how we can break habitual thinking once and for all. So now we're using the mind for what it's meant to be, putting it in its place, and by Friday Start learning to live from the heart, to celebrate life, liberty and the present moment. So we start to realise that everything else is just an illusion. Then by the weekend the sun moves into Virgo. Virgo is secretly ruled by the moon, and with Mercury in the mix as well, then we have the mind and the subconscious, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind together, helping us to cleanse the mind field of erroneous thoughts and feelings and re-emerge reborn. So home is where the heart is, and when the heart's free, miracles can happen. So as you can see, a really stunning breakthrough week here. We're not going back. There is no new normal. We're learning how we manifest from a clean energy field, staying in the present moment, firing up our excitement, and bringing some of those troublesome, repetitive thought forms into our awareness so we can challenge and delete them. And the result is a sense of sovereignty and freedom and great manifesting power. So a lovely combination there, most of the energies in Leo, Virgo and Capricorn, really helping us to nourish our inner spark and let go of the past. So if you'd like to see where this is happening for you, I am available online, because this will be happening in different places according to the alignment of your chart. So once we know our chart, we can apply ourselves with even more detail according to where this is happening for us, as we do not live in a one-size-fits-all world. So if you'd like to contact me, zoehind7@gmail.com. Post daily on Facebook at AstroZo, Instagram at zoehind7, and these videos are on my YouTube channel, Zoe Astro. I will be updating my website at some point, but as I'm morphing and changing, that's not coming through just yet. But I am available if anybody has any questions in these most amazing of times. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.